All right, hey, what's up, you guys? It's Lawrence Thomas, and in this video, I wanted to show you guys what we've been working on. For a while now, we've been working on trying to update or make our pedals better for you guys back at home. First off, I want to start by thanking all of you guys, again, that have joined the partner program. You guys have provided us a lot of information. There's been a couple of you guys that I've been in contact with, we've been talking to about, what do you like about the pedal? What don't you like about the pedal? What are the pedals, excuse me. Any problems that have come up, things like this, and you guys have provided us with a lot of feedback. You guys have had them in your hands or probably on your simulator for a couple months now, playing with them. And so things might have come up. You might have seen, maybe you've had issues, maybe you had problems. And so in this video, I wanted to talk about how we've taken care of that. And I'm so excited because we've been working hard over here trying to get something that is more reliable than what we had. The pedals, when we first released them, they're very good. Don't get me wrong. They performed at a pretty high level, but not as high as we wanted. We want to have the most reliable, most consistent, and the most realistic pedals that are on the market, right? We want to make it to where you as a driver, you feel every little thing that you need to feel so you can be consistent out there on the track, right? And if the pedals aren't consistent, then how in the world are you going to be consistent? And so that's something that we've been working on. We've been trying to just figure out how can we make them that much more consistent? How can we make them just that much more reliable? And, in the first version of our pedals, the brake and the clutch actually is pretty dang good. They're very reliable. They're very consistent. They read the same pressure just about every single time. We've tested them a lot with, just sitting on the sim, pushing down on them, and seeing what the pressure readout is that it would give us. And there was one shortfall. There was one part on our pedals that just fell short of what we want them to be. And that was the throttle pedal. The throttle pedal with the load cell, more specifically, although it worked, it just wasn't as consistent as we wanted. It's just not up to par of what we do over here in the shop. We like to have really, really, really high quality parts. And you guys might have seen that with, just the design and the way that they look and the way that they're machined. Having the highest quality parts is extremely important to us. And making sure that we provide you guys with the highest quality parts is extremely important. And so what I want to do is I want to show you guys the new throttle pedal. In these last couple months, we have designed, we've designed 4 different throttle pedals that we've designed and we've tested. And some of them were good, some of them weren't so good. But there's one design that's really good, extremely reliable, extremely consistent. Every single time that you put a specific pressure, it outputs the same reading every single time. And so we found the one. We found the pedal that we're going to move forward with in terms of the throttle pedal. And I want to show it to you guys here right now and kind of show you just the changes, because there's a bit of changes that we've done to it, from the design to the way that it works to even the electronics. The electronics on our new sets are going to be different. The way that they plug in will be a little bit different. The way that it reads will be a little bit different. And so I want to go over all that with you guys here right now. So I have a throttle pedal right here, and there it is. You can see just by looking at it, let me back up a little bit, just by looking at it, you can already see that it's different. We've put the sensor right here on the side of the throttle pedal now, and that's a throttle position sensor. That's not a load cell, that's not a hall sensor, nothing like that. It's a throttle position sensor. So it uses a sensor out of a Supra, because here, we specialize in Supra parts. That's what we've done before this. And so it's actually a throttle position sensor from the Supras, and it's very, very, very reliable. So we've been testing this sensor for now the last couple weeks. We've had it for 3 weeks that we've been testing it, and I've had no issues, not one problem with it reading different. So it greatly, greatly, greatly increases our reliability, greatly, greatly, greatly increases the consistency. And that's really the most important part. You want to make sure that consistency is high, because when you press down the throttle pedal any given amount, right, it needs to output the same exact reading every single time. If it doesn't, there's no way you as a driver can actually build up your muscle memory. And muscle memory is extremely important, as you guys know, right? If you don't have muscle memory, then how are you going to be consistent? So this sensor right here outputs the same exact reading literally every single time. So consistency and reliability shot through the roof once we did this. Now, if I turn it over and I look at the other side, you'll see actually that our base bolts together from the side. Now, prior, our old bases, which I have one right here, it was a one-piece design, okay? And the load cell sat on the bottom. Now, we have a two-piece design, and it doesn't really affect you guys a whole lot. But there's one big reason on why we've changed it to two pieces, to two different halves. And that reason is because now, instead of us having a control box where you guys have to plug into the control box and you have this big old clunky thing, now the electronics are actually inside of the throttle pedal itself. Okay, so that's super cool. It makes things so much cleaner. It looks better for the end user, for you guys, and it just keeps things a lot easier and just a lot more pretty, I'll say. So now, inside of this back hole right here is actually where you'll plug the pedal in itself. Okay, so we have the USB right here, and then you can see right inside that. Let's see if I can show it to you guys. You can see that port. So you just put this in just like that, and then just push on it, and it plugs right in. Okay, so a lot cleaner of a design, a lot prettier looking. That's one of the biggest changes that we've made. On top of that, you can see the 3 leads that stick out of the back of it. So now, since obviously we don't have a control box, you guys are going to plug your pedals right into the back of the throttle pedal. So we have 3 of them here. So you have one for your brake pedal, you have one for the clutch pedal, and then the third one is for you guys that have the handbrake. The handbrake plugs in to the third one, okay? So huge change, and it makes things, I'm gonna unplug this just so it's not hanging, but it makes things just a lot better for you guys in terms of just cleanliness and really just the overall way that it performs. I can't explain how excited I am to ship this thing out to you because I've had it on my rig, like I said, for a couple weeks, and we've just been testing it, and we've been just trying to see if there's anything that we can do that would actually, in easy words, break it and make it to where it does not work anymore. The load cell design that we've had 2 people where the load cell broke. And as you guys know, we provide lifetime warranties. That's one thing that we're huge on. If something with our pedal set breaks on you guys, we don't want you having to go out and buy new pedals or buy new sensors or anything. We take care of it completely. And so with load cells breaking, we just saw on our end that it was going to be probably pretty costly shipping these things all around the world. And we just can't have that. Even though, we want to give you guys the lifetime warranty, that's something that we are going to have on our end to try to just keep things cost proficient, right? We can't, cost-wise, we just can't be doing that all the time. And for you guys, it's a pain in the butt, it's a pain in the neck. You don't want to turn on your simulator and then the throttle pedal not work because the load cell just went out for whatever reason. And so when we started seeing that, we knew, okay, we got to change something. And so this is what we did. So another big change that we've made, if you guys look at your old throttle pedals, you'll notice that the spring here on the old throttle pedal actually just goes over the shaft. Now, the problem with that is we saw it would take away from the stroke of the pedal itself. It made the stroke just a little bit shorter than what we would actually like. For, some guys like the stroke really short, some guys like the longer stroke, but, with the adjustments that we have on the pedal arm plus back here, that's actually what changes the stroke. With the spring being inside on that shaft the way that we had it, it just took too much out of it, and it didn't give you guys as much adjustment as we wanted you guys to have. Right, so now we've changed out the heim joints to a little bit longer of a heim joint. It allows us to put the spring actually over the heim joint, and then it sits right here on the back side of that dampener. So it gives you guys way more stroke on the pedal, and you'll probably actually see it's probably a little bit more stroke than what you want. But that's not a big deal because you can just change the setting of where this actually sits in these 3 holes, plus where the heim joint actually sits on the pedal, and that right there will change the stroke length for you. So completely customizable, way better than the very first pedal set that we had. Gives you guys way more adjustments so you can make it, again, like I said previously, the way that you exactly want it, okay? And that's extremely important so you can build up that muscle memory. Let's see, what else? That's about all the changes. Now, the pedals that you guys have back at your house right now, they work completely with this, okay? All you have to do is obviously the throttle pedal. We're going to discontinue that style. That throttle pedal is no longer going to be made. It's no longer going to be supported. This will be the new throttle pedal, but you'll just plug your like I said, your clutch, your brake, and then your handbrake into this, and they will read completely, beautifully. Another big change that we made in the past, we were using different electronics. The electronics we were using, we had our own code for. We were working on our own code, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And it was great, right? That code worked good. But the thing that we were running into is we noticed that every single computer actually read a little bit different. If you went and you plugged it into my computer, the speed at which those electronics read were a little bit different than if we plugged it into Seth's computer. It would read at a little bit of a different speed, and that became a problem. Not anybody pointed it out, but it was a problem because there was no consistency there from one user to the next. We want to make sure that everybody's set is the same, right? They all have to perform the same. They all have to perform at the highest quality level. And so one big change that we made was we got rid of those electronics completely, and we went with something that a lot more manufacturers are using, and that's the Leo Bodnar electronics. Now, this isn't actually the one that we're using. This is a little bit larger, but it's the same style. Now, two big reasons why we went with this. Number one, it's a lot smaller, right? So this is why we were able to hide it inside of the pedal, is because it's a lot more compact, and we can just fit it right inside the pedal. Number two, it's plug and play, and they are extremely consistent. There is not a difference from one board to the next. So they're going to read the same, whether it's on my computer, it's on Seth's computer, or it's on any of your guys' computer back at home. So it makes it, again, I've said this word a million times on this video, it makes it more consistent, and that's what we're looking for. Consistency is key. And so this was a big part of a big change on where we went to go this route instead of what we were doing in the past. So that's about it. That's about all the changes that we've done to the throttle pedal itself. Now, obviously, you guys in the partner program and anybody in the future that joins, you guys all get lifetime warranties. So what does that mean for you guys right now? Those throttle pedals that you guys have back at your home, they work. You're going to keep on using them. But what we are doing is we're manufacturing these. And we are going to be sending all of you guys a new throttle pedal at no cost at all to you, okay? Obviously, we wouldn't expect you to pay for the cost. We wouldn't expect that at all because, again, you guys are family, and we treat you guys, we want to keep you guys family, and we want to make sure that we have the best product overall in your guys' hands. So what we're going to do right now, you can hear the machines in the back, they're running. We are making new sets of throttles. Since we have approved this, we know this works, we know this is consistent, we know this is kick-ass. So we are making these right now, and within the next couple, maybe next week or possibly the week after, we are going to be shipping these out. Now, what you're going to see is Christy's going to reach out to all of you guys. We need to make sure that your shipping address is correct, the one that we have, so that we're not just shipping throttle pedals out to random people. So we're going to be reaching out to you guys to confirm your shipping addresses. So please keep an eye out on your email. We will get to you. But when you see it, please just confirm your shipping address. If it's different, just let us know. Which I know that, you know, one of you guys, it is different. You've already reached out to me. But so if it is different, please just let us know, and we'll make sure that we get the right address out there for you, okay? So we will be shipping these out to you guys. Now, when you get these, I'm not sure yet, but I don't think that we're going to want the old throttle pedals back because it's just going to cost a lot to ship those from you guys back to us, and we have plenty here. There's no reason why we need your guys' old throttle pedals, especially when we're not going to use them for anything. We're just going to trash them. So I will confirm that, but more than likely we'll just have you guys keep those older throttle pedals. You can do whatever you want with them, whether it be throw them out, keep them on the shelf, whatever it is you want to do, right? Where are we going moving forward? Moving forward, we have some really, really interesting things that we're working on. This was a huge project that we wanted to make sure that we completed, that we finished. Now this